instances of paranormal phenomena have been reported in this desolate place. Events that may reflect the area's tragic past.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Other Dangerous Podcast, where we talk all things paranormal. I am Ken James, and this is Jason McKittrick.
Hello, folks.
And if it can haunt, howl, or dwell in the dark, we have to talk about it.
We do have to talk about it eventually. Get this out of the way, you know.
And tonight, we feel like it's necessary to discuss Jerome, Arizona, where people are paved into the fucking ground, Jason.
Yeah, I know. It's some wacky shit.
But
you know what? You know what we could use? You want a jump scare? Lighten us up.
I think we're gonna need a jump scare.
Let's have
Jay,
a jump
bring
scare.
us a jump scare.
All right. Thanks, Ken. All right, so this comes to us from Griffin. Parts unknown. Griffin says, this is a couple years back. I was at a red light, and up ahead I saw some sort of ghost dog cross the street and disappear. It was slightly transparent, and it moved effortlessly, like it was gliding almost. I discovered via the internet it is frequently observed and known as a hellhound. I went back there approximately an hour later to look for it, and as I stopped under the streetlight, it flickered off. I shit you not. That led me to believe that there are times when we are in some sort of heightened state where we can peer into other realms.
Griffin's not shitting about, huh?
He's not.
Griffin, thank you.
Griffin, this is not a hellhound. This is what H.P. Lovecraft described as the Hounds of Tindalos. I'm sure we'll get to that at some point. Oh yeah, we went there again. I told you, he's behind everything.
Well, we're getting here. We're getting there. The needle's going like this.
I thought we were vibrating at a different frequency now.
Well, no, that's this.
Oh, that's that. Okay, gotcha. I don't know the hand movements.
Well, similar, one frequency, but this is different.
Yeah, all right.
Whoa! Oh, God! This just came across the Other Dangerous Podcast news desk. It's another haunted headline.
I feel the spook meter going off the charts with this one.
Yeah, this one's kind of... Look, guys, this is why our tone is so somber.
No. This is why we do it.
Yeah. Woman who had sex with 20 ghosts is now engaged to a spirit.
She had to run through a lot of them.
Yeah, you gotta run through all those hood rats.
Yeah, just boom.
Yeah,
Once
now
you've
you
done
on my
slayed,
level. Yeah.
Once you've done slayed them 20 hood rats. Yeah, okay.
This, by the way, is from the New York Post.
Beautiful.
I shit you not. The article starts with, hopefully she doesn't get ghosted. A British woman who claims she has slept with at least 20 ghosts says she's now engaged to a poltergeist. I'm sorry, I shouldn't be laughing because she is spectrosexual and...
That's it? What? That says that?
No, I just made that up.
Sick, bro.
Sick, bro. In December, Amidst Realm told British TV show ITV this morning that she cheated on her fiancé with a ghost. She's since gone to have a supernatural affair with at least 20 paranormal beings.
Wait, is her name Amethyst?
Amethyst. Yeah, Amethyst Realm.
Amethyst Realm.
R-E-A-L-M. Realm.
Amethyst Realm.
In December, Amethyst Realm.
That sounds like a code name for like a secret government project. It's like Project Code Amethyst Realm.
Yeah. Activate Operation Amethyst Realm.
Right?
So she tells this TV show, ITV this morning, she cheated on her fiance with a ghost and has since gone on to have supernatural affairs with at least 20 paranormal beings.
Fente.
Well, now she says she's found her true love with another apparition. Realm said that the ghost asked her to get married during a trip to celebrate their 9-month relationship at England's Wookiee Hole Caves, according to The Sun. There was no going down on one knee. He doesn't have knees. But for the first time, I heard him speak, she told The Sun. I could actually hear his voice, and it was beautiful. Deep, sexy, and real.
Wow.
The 30-year-old said she met her spooky match, who doesn't have a name, during a work trip to Australia in February.
Wait, maybe it's an incubus.
Ray.
Right.
I'd not have a fan... I'd not...
so fucking stupid.
I know.
And it's real.
The New York Post. I'd not had a phantom fling for a while. And as I was away on business, starting a new relationship was the last thing that was on my mind. The Bristol-based spiritual counselor told The Sun. The one day, while I was walking through the bush, enjoying nature, I suddenly felt an incredible energy. A new lover had arrived. Realm said her friends and family had embraced her unusual engagement, and now she is planning her big day as a pagan ceremony. We haven't discussed the details.
Did you say pegging ceremony?
Pagan, not pagan.
Oh, pagan.
No,
Okay.
There's no ghost pegs. We haven't discussed the details yet, but I think it will be quite a big to-do, she said. However, the couple already had sex on the plane back from Australia when they first met.
So the ghost got in the plane with her.
Yeah.
Hold on. If it's not physical, how does it travel in the plane?
Let me finish this.
Okay, I'm sorry.
I was happy and excited. So excited that we had to do something about it, she said. So we headed to the plane, Lou, and, well, I'm now a member of the Mile High Club. The bride-to-be added that this engagement is much more satisfying than her previous fiancé. Because it's make-believe.
That's the end of the story?
I added it because it's
Yeah,
make-believe.
I got that.
The end of the story was in the New York article from the New York Post. The story ended with her saying she was a part of the Mile High Club because she banged her ghost fiance.
Do you think she went into the bathroom, or is it right in there in her seat?
She said went to the loo. She said we went to the loo.
Oh, gotcha.
And now we're in the Mile High Club. You could have just boned your ghost fiance at the seat.
Right. Well, I mean,
You could have
maybe
just pretended
she could have
there.
threw her, maybe her legs were up, but like we don't know what's going
Yeah,
on.
but I'm saying she could have pretended at her seat instead of going to pretend in the bathroom.
It's tremendous. That's a tremendous story right there.
New York Post.
Yeah, they always put wacky shit. That in the
Dude.
Daily News. They.
Dude, all of them. Journalism stuff.
All right, don't start.
Sure. Sorry.
I knew this was coming with your Defund the Media t-shirt that you have on right there. Oh, wait, it's a Ghostbusters shirt. I'm sorry.
It might as well be, because they hated the Ghostbusters. They came for him.
They did, didn't they?
Yeah, he did.
All right. Well, Ken. Well, we're going back into La La Land, but
Are we?
no, we're going to an actual place. I'm not going to waste any time on the ghost inside the plane, how that works.
Yeah. Well, we do so much to go into these explanations of things. This one, that's just an article we're going to have to let live.
Yeah. I'd want to talk to her. Like, is he here right now? How do you know? Do you only know when he's here when he's like, does he just come in and like start diddling you? How does it work?
Like, no, it's feelings. It's my emotions that aren't real.
All right. Well, that's it then, I guess.
Yeah.
Cool.
Before we get into that, just the idea. Think about her prior human, actual fiance.
Yeah.
This woman's claiming she's had affairs on him with 20 ghosts, and then the 21st was her new fiance. Mm-hmm. How does this guy how do you go on?
Too many video games. She got bored. created this cockamamie story in her mind and ran with it. She's like, okay, you're going to ignore me? All right, I'm just going to fuck some ghosts.
That's what he was ignoring her? Like with the video games? He was just playing video games?
Yeah.
And she's like, I bang ghosts now?
Yeah. Yeah.
Just to get at him?
Probably. Attention. She just wants attention.
Right, but like, all because of him?
No, I mean, she's clearly,
Yeah, that's what I was waiting. Like, sorry, that's what I was trying to get to.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
No, I'm just saying that was the catalyst, is what I'm saying. Like, she was already like, ooh, I'm sure he was like, oh, I can't deal with her bullshit. So he's on Call of Duty 18 hours a day,
right,
during the pandy, playing video games. Pandy. She's, just bored out of her mind. Yeah. And she's like, I don't like him anymore, so I'm going to have ghost partners.
I'm going to go bang some ghosts.
Yeah, no, not go. They come to her.
They just come, they're like, hey,
a new lover has arrived.
Yeah, new lover arrived in the woods.
In the woods.
In Australia on vacation. The loo.
We could go many directions with this, but I'm not gonna entertain it.
All right. Well, that's a real article, by the way.
It is.
Anyway,
Ken,
Jason,
let's travel to the ghost town of Jerome, Arizona.
I'd love to.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Let's not hop in the loo and bang any ghosts.
That's enough.
That's enough. I just got dadded. All right, cool.
That's it. Get your ass up in your room. Give me your phone. Plug it in. Upstairs.
This is modern daddy. I didn't have that kind of daddy and mommy.
You got to check for electronics. You have to sweep the room for anything that can go on the internet.
You're like fucking RoboCop at this point.
No, for real.
Yeah,
seriously.
I bet.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. I mean, and I'm sure in a few years I'll be shooting guys in the dick because that'll be next.
We already discussed. I'll be in the woods.
Yeah.
They'll say goodnight and then I go.
Yeah.
Good night, sweet prince.
Exactly.
And they go, man missing from Drexel Hill area.
Yeah. I'm like, I don't know anything about it. Yeah. Anyway. Arizona. The ghosts of Jerome. So this sleepy little town.
Submitted to us, actually.
Oh yeah,
this is a request episode.
I'm sorry. Yeah, you gotta say that.
I'm sorry. Before we get, we went off track with the ghost bang.
Yeah, she
submitted by our boy Fagus, aka Big Sandwich himself.
Big Sandwich. That's quite a
name.
Yeah,
yeah, it's good. Yeah, this dude's the man. Good dude.
Yeah,
solid guy. Him and his sister Aziza. She sent us another one of their stories. This was a request from him. He sent me a video, and we ran with it. And this one's for you, buddy.
Yeah, and you know what? I think from time to time we all enjoy a big sandwich.
Exactly. I always enjoy a big sandwich.
Ooh. Okay. You know what? Let's give our boy Big Sandwich an I'm coming through.
I'm coming through.
There you go, buddy. All right. So by request, the ghosts of Jerome, Arizona. The revived copper mining ghost town of Jerome, Arizona is not only filled with historic buildings and rich history, but it also said to be the home place of several lingering ghosts. Today, Jerome is an artist and tourist community of about 400 residents, but that has not always been the case. During the prosperous copper mining years, the town boasted some 15,000 residents and was so filled with vices that it earned the nickname of the wickedest city in the West. Yeah, which city hasn't?
Yeah, right.
By a New York newspaper. See what New York people do? Yeah, see? They're banging ghosts.
New York does.
Fucking go back to the island.
The island.
Listen. As a former New Jersey resident and now Pennsylvania resident, and you as a lifelong Pennsylvania resident, what do we hate more than, I don't know, anything? New Yorkers.
Yeah.
So...
New York.
Okay, we'll go the whole thing. I mean, it's actually, it's the people. I don't have anything wrong with the area.
Sports teams, yeah.
Oh, yeah, those exist too. I got you. Okay, so we'll just say New York. Upstate New York is beautiful, though.
Oh, sure. I loved going to Manhattan the times I did. I even went to Yankee Stadium, had a great time, but the whole time I was just like,
I'm not going to touch anything in here.
Yeah, fucking. I applauded. There was a home run by Frank Thomas, who was on the Athletics at the time. I stood up at the old Yankee Stadium, and Danny DeVito, literally, I swear to God.
He turned around and wanted your blood?
He looked at me.
Yeah.
Because I was like...
Did you get the stink eye from Frank Reynolds himself?
I did.
That explains a lot. Did your hair fall out immediately?
No, it took years, but it was the curse. But
that's funny.
Yeah. New York's beautiful in some ways, but you guys suck.
Rum him!
Yeah. Rum him!
Rum him!
During those days, people died in mining accidents. A lot. Gunfights, overdoses of opium, chasing the dragon, and a number of other unnatural events. With its ribald past, it comes as no surprise that the city is allegedly filled with wandering spirits. So, Ken, you want to take us to the first location?
I absolutely would love to take you to the first.
Yep.
Now, this is a Lawrence Memorial Hall, and it used to actually be a J.C. Penney store. Is now known as Spook Hall. In fact, one of the town's most well-known ghosts is said to lurk at the town's community center. Formerly called Lawrence Memorial Hall, in the building is more often familiarly termed as Spook Hall due to the several strange happenings, thereby its resident ghosts. Named for a major contributor of the Jerome Historical Society, Lawrence Hall was once the old J.C. Penney building. However, before the building was built, in its place stood several small shacks, referred to as cribs. We still use that today. Used by the sporting ladies who lived there and entertained their guests. In one of these lived a prostitute who was stabbed to death by a minor. Dude, it happens in all these towns. It's crazy.
What, murdered prostitutes?
Well,
That's what all these ghosts probably are.
Yeah, right.
It's horrible.
Yeah. It is the forlorn soul that is said to be often seen in front of Spook Hall, lingering there momentarily before moving onward towards a hotel. Here she suddenly vanishes.
Okay, so we see her come out. Oh, she's in the front. She stands there for a minute, and then she probably gives like one of those
Yeah.
and walks away and vanishes.
Yeah,
and they make the Unsolved Mysteries sound.
Yeah. And then just some horny guy's like, oh damn, and then he just walks into a wall. But during Jerome's heyday, the town was teeming with vice, including, by some estimates, more than 100 prostitutes. The Spook Hall ghost was not the only unfortunate girl who lost her reputation, as well as her life in a mining camp filled with rowdy men. So, rowdy men, man.
Yeah, that's all they were. All right. So, all right. That's what these towns were, man.
Right.
It was lawless.
So the Spook Hall one has this, prosty that's,
Okay.
doing her thing, but
right.
she was apparently stabbed by some shitty John.
Oh, yeah.
And, she was probably like, not tonight. Your balls.
No. She was like, that'll be 5 gold coins, sir. He was like, nope.
Yeah.
And that was it. Yeah, it made that noise. Yeah. It's just my idea. The Mile High Inn, Ken. One of the more popular ladies of the evening was Madam Jenny Banters, who became one of the richest women in northern Arizona.
Oh, yeah.
The Mile High Inn was originally built in 1899 and was known as the Clinksdale Building. Built over the ashes of a burnt-out building, the new structure had 18-inch thick walls to make it as fireproof as possible. Sometime later, the building became the home of Madam Jenny Banter's popular bordello, where Jenny and her ladies entertained numerous men. Their words, not mine. Yeah. Later, when the town began to take on a more civilized manner, the bordellos were forced to move their businesses off Main Street, and Husband's Alley was born.
Husband's Alley.
That's where you find all the husbands.
Come on, man.
Dude, they did not give a fuck back then.
Yeah, they didn't. They really did.
Though Jenny had done well for herself, she too allegedly lost her life to a client after moving from her Main Street location. By this time, prostitution was illegal but continued to thrive in Jerome until the 1940s. In the meantime, the building became a hardware store on the lower level, and the upstairs portion was used as apartments. Over the years, several businesses were housed here until it became the inn that it is today. The charming 8-guest room inn not only caters to Jerome tourists, but it also continues to play host to Jenny Banters herself and several other resident ghosts, including a phantom cat that walks the halls and leaves its footprints on the beds.
Of course.
As they do.
Cat
As in
house.
life. Huh?
Cat house.
Right. I don't know. As in life, Jenny is the most popular of the inn's unearthly guests. Ooh. The former madam of the brothel is often seen in the lariat and lace room, as well as keeping an eye on the kitchen, where she lets her presence be known by flying objects that come off their resting places where they are not put away properly. In addition, she has been known to move things throughout the room, including furnishings and smaller objects, as well as rotating ceiling fans. Often she is said to turn on the radio in rooms just as the maids come in to clean them. The spectral cat has been seen a number of times by both staff and guests, who often stoop to pick her up. However, before they get the chance, it vanishes.
That's weird. Think about that.
Yeah, that's weird.
Like you're picking it up and it like just becomes this like a morbid, like you're like,
Oh, you fucking cats.
Yeah.
Even assholes when they're ghosts.
Yeah.
The cat has also been known to brush up against people, especially in the kitchen and restaurant, and its paw prints have been seen on the made-up beds. Visitors to the inn have also reported hearing the cat's meow and the sound of a cat sharpening its claws. The cat is thought to have been Madame Jenny's pampered pet. An elderly gentleman is also said to roam about the inn. A friendly apparition, he has been seen dressed in vintage work clothes and a felt hat, looking down at the alley from the window in the Pillow Talk room. Pillow Talk. That's our new podcast. Pillow Talk Podcast. Pillow Talk Podcast. We talk like this. Yes. ASMR.
Here we go.
Hey, what's up? We're laying down. What's going on?
Right. In this room, he is also reported leaving his eye indentation on the bed, so he says. Yeah. Also blamed on this old man are wall hanging and pictures often rearranged or placed in the armoire in the kiss and tell room.
Oh.
The armoire doors here are also have been known to open and close on their own accord. Another younger man who isn't so friendly evidently loves this to startle guests and staff alike. Though he doesn't hurt anyone, he allegedly loves to blow cold winds through guest rooms and has been known to appear as a shadowy figure in the Victorian Rose Room, as well as in the restaurant. The hazy figure is seen wearing a grumpy look of disapproval on his face. Sam Heimer.
Sam Heimer. How many rooms are in this fucking place?
A lot, bro.
A lot. And they all have different names. Like
we got Pillow Talk, Ass Play. What was it?
Yeah.
Kiss and Tell.
Yeah, Kiss and Tell. Stab and Die Room.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Take It.
The Macho Man Randy Savage Elbow Drop Room.
Right.
Yeah. Papa Shango.
Right.
I don't know.
Other phenomena include locked doors that open and close by themselves, mysteriously rearranging furniture, utensils that fly off their resting places in the kitchen, cold winds blowing through the rooms, and a statue that turns itself around.
I like that.
It's weird. In the Victorian Rose Room, the smell of roses or perfume is often detected, and the water faucets tend to turn on and off of their own accord. This place has it all, huh? This is like the Haunted Mansion, literally.
Bro, this one place in this town, and there's so many more coming.
The most active place in the building is... we haven't got to the most active place. The most active place in the building is probably the restaurant and kitchen. Here, whistling is often heard in the bar area. Don't like that. Mm-hmm. Metal signs have flown off the wall. Glasses slide off tables with a crash. A woman has been heard singing. I don't like that either. And electrical devices seemingly have a mind of their own, turning on and off at will. Today, the inn at Jerome includes 8 guest rooms that have been remodeled and designed in their original Victorian style. Located in the heart of historic Jerome, the inn also provides a restaurant and bar. It's like, hey, there's all this horrific shit, but come stay and have a meal.
Yeah.
We should call them right now. Hey, what's up, guys? So these ghosts. All right, so that does it for the Mile High Inn.
That place was a cornucopia. That was like Arizona's Haunted Mansion. Like,
literally,
you
man.
go there.
This is like a town of haunted mansions.
Right.
So what's up next?
Connor Hotel, man.
All right, let's hear it.
Connor Hotel. Just down the street is another haunted hotel, the Connor. First built by David Connor. Connor's Corner was erected in 1897 by David Connor. The three-story brick hotel offered 20 guest rooms as well as a saloon, card rooms, and billiards on the first floor. Chris would be all about it. Built before the law required buildings to be constructed out of brick or stone, most folks thought Connor a bit daft at the time.
Continue.
I'm sorry. The expense he put into the hotel, which included stone quarried nearby for the foundations and brick shipped in from Cottonwood, Arizona. Built with the more affluent citizens and travelers in mind, the first-class hotel rented for $1 per night. Oh, if only. But the Connor would be plagued with a colorful future, including several fires over the next few years. Though immediately successful, Connor's Corner would see its first tragedy in just a little more than a year, when it was destroyed by a fire in September in 1898. But David Connor also had the foresight to have bought insurance on his property. Good man. Only one of the two business owners in the town to carry insurance. He was paid $14,500 for his losses and immediately rebuilt. Over the next several years, Jerome would see more fires, and the Connor Hotel would again be damaged, only to be rebuilt with insurance money again and again. However, because of its stone structure in a mining camp filled with wooden buildings and canvas tents, it was sometimes credited with saving the downtown district from burning entirely. When the Connor Hotel reopened in August of 1899, it quickly became known as one of the finest hotels in the West, having several amenities unheard of in many hotels at the time, including full electricity, a call bell in each room for service, and its own bus for delivering guests to and from in the train depot. During the city's thriving mining days in the early 20th century, the hotel prospered, often being filled to capacity. However, Jerome's mining prosperity was not to last, and as the fortunes of the mines waned, so did Connor's Hotel. By 1931, it had closed. By that time, the building had passed to David Connor's son, who continued to rent out the ground floor for commercial businesses, but the upstairs hotel rooms sat vacant. When the mines closed in 1950s, Jerome became a ghost town, and the vast majority of the buildings sat abandoned and neglected. However, in the late 1960s, new residents, enchanted with the old town, began to move in once again. It soon developed into an artist's community and tourist destination. As a result, the old hotel opened up again, providing 10 larger rooms instead of 20. However, it was not a luxury hotel of its past, but a low-budget hotel. In the 1980s, it closed again due to safety violations and remained empty until the 21st century. However, in 2000, the current owners began to renovate the hotel, bringing it up to required safety standards and renovating the rooms to their historic splendor while providing modern amenities. Visitors today can enjoy not only wonderful blends of the past and present, but some accounts perhaps of a spectral ghost or two. In room 1, a tale circulates that the first guest to stay in the hotel was its electrician, who was frightened by whispers and the sounds of women laughing in the room. Yeah, I mean, how are you not going to be frightened by that? Later, he felt cold chills in the room and spent the rest of the night sleeping in his van. I got you, brother. Since that time, other strange events have been reported, including an armoire door opening of their own volition and odd images appearing in photographs. In room 2, it is said that the objects tend to move around on their own accord, including furnishings and small guest items. In room 4, guests and staff reported hearing a dog's growl and an old man coughing.
Oof. That's weird. Coughing.
Yeah. Who these lingering souls might be remain a mystery. But the old man coughing and the singing and the laughing, those are kind of the spookiest of the spooky.
Oh, yeah, dude. Disembodied voices. Forget it.
Yeah.
All right, well, now we're going to move on to probably the most famous structure in the town, the Jerome Grand Hotel. Of course, this is on Ghost Adventures. It's actually a pretty decent episode. It's very, well, I like it. It's one of the better ones.
Well, structurally, it's
weird.
Yeah, it's weird.
Okay, so the Jerome Grand Hotel, perched above downtown Jerome, high upon Cleopatra Hill, is another haunted hotel, the Jerome Grand Hotel. Originally, this building served as the United Verde Hospital, which opened in 1927, constructed by the United Verde Copper Company for its many employees and their families. The hospital was a much-needed facility in a town that had grown to a population of some 15,000 people. A showplace building, it was the highest structure in the Verde Valley and was the last major building constructed in Jerome. Built to last, the structure was of fireproof design and could withstand the many nearby mining blasts of up to 260,000 pounds. Okay.
Yeah.
What a weird thing to, all right.
Incorporate into the... Yeah.
While other area buildings crumbled or slid down steep slopes caused by the mine blasting. Oh, I see what they're saying. So, like, the vibrations coming from underground, like, made a lot of these buildings topple or slide down.
Right.
Okay, I gotcha.
Don't you just feel silly now?
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, they can be felt. All right, yeah. So, yeah, even by today's standards, the building was an engineering marvel as it was constructed on a 50-degree slope. Damn.
Yeah.
So by 1930, the 5-story Spanish mission-style building and its facilities were written up as one of the most beautiful and most modern and well-equipped hospitals in Arizona. But like the copper company itself, the hospital couldn't survive once the copper deposits played out. The town's people moved on to other destinations and opportunities, and the hospital closed in 1950. For the next 44 years, it stood abandoned. Yeah. However, until
all over my face.
Whoa. However, until 1971, it continued to be maintained, just in case it was needed in an emergency situation. That's interesting. So there's nobody in there, but they're maintaining it, like cleaning their ownership, but nothing's going on there. That's creepy, right? Just coming into every once in a while, come into an empty building and just cleaning it. Nobody's in there.
I actually, before Big Sandwich sent me this, I read about this in this hospital. And I was like, ugh.
Because it's weird, because I remember in the Ghost Adventures episode, and maybe we can, clip something in from that.
The hospital's maintenance man was Claude Harvey, and what happened to him in 1935 is one of the Jerome Grand's biggest mysteries.
Hold on. Was there a murder here, Chris?
This is where Claude was found killed.
Okay, is that why there's a chalk outline over there?
That's why you're looking at his chalk outline on the floor.
What happened to the rest of his upper torso?
Well,
where's his head?
That's what's in question. His head was underneath it. It came down and it actually was on top of his neck when they found him.
Did they ever do an autopsy?
They were not allowed to do any x-rays or any autopsies.
Why?
And that was part of the reason for thinking the mining company covered it up, maybe to get themselves out of any responsibility or liability.
Or did Claude see something as chief engineer that he wasn't supposed to see?
A lot of people thought that there was something else to the death of Claude Harvey, that maybe it wasn't an accident.
Claude apparently was found dead by means of a accident, right?
Right. They were not allowed to do an autopsy.
Ladies and gentlemen, I think we found our mission for tonight, and I think I see why we were called here. Because we were going to try and communicate with Claude Harvey.
Zach, remember Axe Murder House?
Yeah.
Got that amazing EVP that came through, says, I killed 6 kids.
Rain comes every hour.
Hey, Claude. We're here for you, bud. We're here to help you and expose any truth that may be hidden. A lot of people speculate it wasn't an accident. And that's why we were called here. To help you. All right, right now, we don't want you to try this at home. We are going to simulate what Claude would have saw.
He's the first one to do this?
He's the first one to attempt this.
If I lose my head, just, we have a staple gun out in the van. See if that works.
I feel like we're in
I'm selling it on eBay.
Oh, God. Go.
All right, Zach.
Holy.
You might want to move now.
What's that?
Get out.
Dude. I couldn't see because I was looking at the monitor.
Nick, that was so close.
That was way too
I got all
close.
shook up.
You think it was just going to stop right above your head
Yeah, I
or
thought he was
something?
going to stop it. I didn't think he'd really let it go all the way. Holy.
You might want to move now.
What's that?
Get out.
As the elevator got closer and closer, it was hard to judge the depth through the viewfinder. So thank you, Chris, for saving my life.
Dude, the crazy part is we all just like panicked and then we just stood there like there's nothing we could do.
Stood there. I was like,
Oh my God, dude.
Oh, my God.
Jeez.
No, you can't even.
Oh, God.
That would have been a bad start.
That would have
to
been the
lockdown.
most recent death in this hospital.
Would have been a cool way to go, though. People would flock over from all over the world to search for my ghost, you know?
You're crazy, Zach.
Yeah, I've heard that before, Chris.
It's some creepy shit. Like, I think there's the guy who like lived there and was like he was like a carpenter who like lived on site and like
almost like a key, what do you call it?
groundskeeper. Yeah. And he just, there's like the door to the hospital and like he just keeps it closed. He's like, yeah, I just kind of forget that's there.
I think that they see a Christmas tree in one of the windows, I think. This might be something different, I'm thinking.
And that's from one of our past episodes.
Oh, you're right.
Yes. It's all good. Anyway.
Cut that.
It's okay. Okay. So, for the next few decades, it sat silent and neglected. But in 1994, the building was purchased by the Alter family from the Phelps Dodge Mining Corporation, and the restoration to its current glory as the Jerome Grand Hotel began. All effort was given to maintaining the interior and exterior integrity of the historic building, and in 1996 it reopened as the Jerome Grand Hotel. Ugh. It's getting late. Sorry, folks.
It's been a long time.
Almost from the beginning, the building has had a history of hauntings, perhaps because of the many people who died there or the emotional trauma suffered by the many housed in its asylum. Ugh. As a result, it is said to be one of the most haunted buildings in Arizona, with several strange phenomena occurring over the decades. Shortly after the hospital opened, both patients and staff began to tell stories of hearing people talking, coughing, moaning, and cries of distress coming from empty rooms. Dude, cries of distress, like, help me, coming from empty rooms. No.
I know a couple people that have stories like that, but they need to come on and tell it.
Who is it?
I cannot.
What do you mean you cannot?
I cannot.
Let's call them out.
No, legal.
Oh, right. Okay. You were telling me about that today. Okay. Yeah, chew on that, folks. Some believe they might have possibly have been coming from some of the many lingering spirits who had died in the deathly flu epidemic in 1917. Though the hospital wasn't even built at that time, perhaps these lost souls found the building wishing that it had been there. I don't like that. Nah. Yeah, exactly. One of the first reports of a spectral soul was a woman dressed in white that began to be seen on a hospital balcony shortly after its opening. Thought to have been a nurse, the phantom lingered for years, but apparently has moved on as she has not been seen since the building became a hotel. You know, it's like a little wishing well kind of thing. Like, you know, good luck, guys. See ya. One spirit that has lurked in the building for many years is that of an old bearded miner. Bearded miner.
I'm into it.
Yep. What a bearded miner is like.
Steve!
Thank you.
I'm sorry.
His appearance was first reported by a hospital patient who reported having seen the bearded man gliding down the hall, turning on all the lights on his way.
Yo, fuck that dude. Like,
I imagine like this, just like he's floating, not touching the lights, but they turn on as he's going.
Okay, I like that, but even a dickhead more version of that, he's just like...
See, that's comedic timing right there.
Yeah.
I imagine just like this floating down the hall.
That's terrifying and scary.
Yeah. Okay, I'm a big brave bear.
I'm a big brave bear.
Yep.
It was a big brave dog, isn't it?
Big brave dog is from Rugrats. Love it. Another nurse during the building's hospital reign reported having seen a bearded man standing at the very end of the hallway. However, when she approached him, the man mysteriously vanished. Today, the hotel guests continue to report spying the ghostly vision of a bearded man, especially on the second and third floors. Another spirit, just that of a small boy, described as about 6 years old, has been spied on the third floor. The phenomenon described in the historic hotel includes all manner of strange occurrences, including the sounds of phantom footsteps going up and down the stairs and hallways, doors that open and close of their own accord, objects that inexplicably move on their own will, and electrical appliances that turn on and off by themselves. Classic ghost stuff.
It's beautiful.
Yeah,
it's beautiful.
It's a show.
Yeah.
It's a show.
Yeah.
It's like if I went there, if I don't get this, I'm not paying.
Yeah. You're like, none of this happened.
Yep.
Extra cheeseburger.
Yep. Many of these bizarre happenings occur before the housekeeping staff, who have seemingly become favorite targets, sometimes hearing their names being called out by phantom voices. Nope. However, they say that the ghosts are accommodating enough, as when they ask them to stop, it does, at least for a few days. Now, there's probably one that's like, doesn't stop. They're like, come on, fucking Kyle.
Kyle the ghost.
Yep. The hotel lobby is an active place for many spirits. Here, the lobby doors have often been seen opening and closing by themselves, like someone is arriving or leaving. Chairs have been rearranged while desk clerks turn their backs. Items have flown off the shelves of the gift shop, as well as from the walls in the lobby. The lobby desk has also received several phone calls from empty rooms. That's cool. I like that.
I love that.
Where's this call coming from? Room 306. But there's nobody in 306. So it comes.
They walk in, the plugs out of the wall, and the phones. Yeah.
And they go like this. They look at each other. Yeah. Yeah, something like that. So it comes as no surprise when the line is picked up that no one is on the other end. Near the old 1926 elevator, which is still operational, a finely dressed elderly woman in white has often been spied standing. But the hotel's most famous ghost is that of a man named Claude Harvey, who was a hospital maintenance man in 1935. Harvey, who was well known in Jerome, was more familiarly called Scotty by townsfolk, shocked to hear about his death at the hospital.
He was like, what?
Oh, I'm dead. When Harvey's body was found pinned under the elevator in the basement, this is the scene from Ghost Adventures, his death was ruled an accident. Strangely, though, the inquest into his death determined that the elevator did not kill him. Some said perhaps he jumped to his death, but the vast majority suspecting instead that man was murdered and his body dumped at the bottom of the elevator shaft.
That sounds more realistic.
Yeah, the elevator was found to have been in perfect working order, and Harvey was an experienced maintenance man. Strange that he has been found beneath the elevator with his neck broken and the only other mark on his body, a small scrape behind the ear. Rumors abound with a number of theories and potential suspects, but the cause of death remained officially an accident. Almost immediately after his death, however, strange occurrences began in the building, especially in and around the elevator. Lights in the elevator shaft have been seen. Ooh, that's kind of cool. And the sound of the creaking elevator has long been heard, even when the building was vacant. No power was on, and even yet today, when it is unused, they hear the sound of the elevator.
Right. So, like, at this point, like, all right, so we have, like, two more, right? And at this point, like...
Oh, I'm not even done this building.
Oh, shit, really?
I still have a couple paragraphs. Yeah, hold on. Yeah. Others have claimed to see the figure of a shadowy man in the basement, on the stairs, and near the elevator. The spectral man has been described as appearing furious. Others have felt an angry presence. Many speculate that Harvey has unfinished business here on Earth, not resting until his murderer has been implicated. Though his spirit is said to make those who he encounters uncomfortable, Harvey has never hurt anyone. Other spirits are also said to roam throughout the hotel, attributing to several tragic events in the building, including a man in a wheelchair who fell from a balcony, a shooting, and a caretaker who hanged himself. A woman in white is sometimes seen roaming the hallways, and a small child has been seen running through the bar area. Dude, this guests and staff continue to report being pushed in the hallways, doors that slam shut by themselves, the sounds of ghostly cries, and photographs that persistently develop with ghostly hazes and numerous orbs. The Jerome Grand Hotel was featured in a segment on the popular Sightings television series several years ago. I'm gonna have to hunt that down.
Well, how can you? They don't have the series like really anywhere.
It's on YouTube sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes.
I need the. Dear Paranormal Gods, please release the entire series of sightings to me.
Help us find.
Yeah, I just somebody re-release it. Like, I would buy it.
Yeah. You have two buyers here.
Yeah, at least. It was investigated by several ghost hunter groups who have reportedly recorded paranormal activity on film and radio. Today, the Jerome Hotel currently provides 23 fully restored modern rooms, with more rooms available in the future as the hotel continues to renovate. It is Jerome's only full-service hotel with its own bar, restaurant, gift shop, and 24-hour front desk. I think I would. This is a bucket list place for me.
First of all, this place has flown under the radar, even though Ghost Adventures went there and Sightings went there.
Yep.
This isn't one of the ones that are talked about, right?
No.
Like, we got three more, right? We got three more locations in Jerome, and they're all shorter. No, that's three.
Oh, yeah, technically. Okay, yeah.
So, we have three more in this deal, right? And we've already had, at this point...
Yeah.
Better than fucking Haunted Mansion at Disney World. Like, this is... like. Yeah. Fedge, thanks for bringing this back up. But like the idea is like, how is this not one of the ones that like are always constantly talked about? Well,
because I think haunted hotels get grouped together,
right? But the town, did we talk about the actual people being paved into the street?
Not yet.
Okay, well, all right. So, my second to last one, because there's the last one. This is a shorter one. It's the Ghost City Inn.
Of course.
Yeah. Like many haunts in Jerome, Arizona, the Ghost City Inn lives up to its reputation, with a spirit or two lurking behind its historical facade. Originally, the building was built as a boarding house for middle mine managers. Did I see them wrong?
No.
Okay, I'm sorry. I thought you did that. Middle mine managers. But over the years has seen a variety of uses. Later it became a private residence for the Garcia family, who owned it for more than 50 years. The building also served as a restaurant, a spiritual retreat, a funeral home, and an art gallery over the years. However, in 1994, the building underwent a major restoration to turn it into a bed and breakfast that it is today. Good luck, guys. Though the building is a peaceful respite, Jerome tourists are allegedly not the only ones who enjoy the ambiance. Allegedly, the historic building is said to remain home to a female spirit who is most often seen in the Cleopatra Hill room. Another male spirit has been spied in the hall outside the Verde View room. Other unusual things occur in the inn, including doors slamming, shut by themselves, and spectral voices heard when no one is in the building.
How did anyone hear it if no one's in the building?
If a tree falls in the woods. Maybe security cameras and shit like that.
Okay.
That's what I would have to assume.
I'm not trying to be a dick. I'm just like, you know.
No, I get you there.
Rounding out my my last location here in Jerome, we have the Crib District. So below Main Street, as you enter Diaz Street, is the Cribs District, more affectionately called Husband's Alley. It's, you know, the red light district during its heydays. During Jerome's more decadent times, brothels and bordellos could be found anywhere. All right. However, when the town decided to be more civilized, these houses of businesses were banned from Main Street and most located to the Crib District, which was filled with numerous women more than happy to provide quote-unquote entertainment to the miners of the rowdy city. At one point, it was estimated that more than 100 prostitutes plied their trade in Jerome, with such notable madams as Nora Butter Brown,
Nora Butter Brown,
and Jenny Bauders. Madam Brown was known as a no-nonsense businesswoman and was Jerome's first madam, owning the first brothel of the camp in a 2-story wooden building located where the Sullivan Building stands today. Though nothing to look at herself and having a reputation of drinking most men under the table, Madam Brown, Butter Brown, I like it, did a brisk business. She was fond of saying, "I know I'm not much to look at, boys, but wait until you see the girls. You're really going to love them." She would then let out a loud horse laugh. She was right about her not being much to look at. And true to her word, the women that worked for her were some of the loveliest in town. Even Nora, though plain of face, her figure beckoned to the female starved men of the camp. Okay. Brown is credited for being the first to introduce Jenny Bauders to the lifestyle, who is sometimes credited with being Jerome's first madam. Jenny, who operated her business in what is now the Mile High Inn, was obviously not the first, but she did go on to become the most popular madam and one of the richest women in Arizona. Besides Madams Nora Brown and Jenny Bauders, other popular madams in the city included such lively monikers as Rose Lily, Cuban Mary, and Madam Pearl, who was never seen without a cigarette dangling from her lips. Yeah. For those women who didn't do so well or weren't pretty enough to work in one of the more respectable brothels, they plied their trade from small shacks that line the alley referred to as cribs. Ugh. Both high-class brothel operations and cribs remained a mainstay in Jerome long after they were made illegal, continuing to operate into the 40s, the 1940s. Cool. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's rough. It's rough.
I mean, this is the Old West, though, right?
Yeah.
Today, when visitors wander through this historic alley, it is easy to imagine hearing the voices of soiled doves calling from their long-vanished cribs. For some, however, they are sure that a number of these old girls continue to linger there. Many have reported paranormal phenomena in this alley, including the feeling of being watched, the sounds of phantom footsteps, and persistent odor of perfume, and strange shadows that move around at night. During Jerome's heyday, the life of a prostitute was difficult and dangerous, and several women lost their lives to the men they entertained. One of which was a stunningly beautiful girl named Sammy Dean, who a customer strangled. To this day, her murder remains unsolved. Whether it is the beautiful Sammy Dean or any number of the other nameless girls who lost their lives in this alley, some are said to continue to haunt this once ribald street. You can find this area across the street from the English Kitchen, the oldest continuously operating restaurant in the state of Arizona. I like how they just try to gloss over that. It's like, this is like, they might as well, what are they calling it again? Crib Street? The Dead Hooker Alley? Like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's brutal.
It is.
I mean, dude.
It's like, can we skip this one?
And it was one of the ones where it was, it was trailing on to like, we'll give you some names and some stuff in the history. It's like, yo, your history is fucked.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Don't like try to like gloss over with like, this one was beautiful. This one was great.
Yeah. It's all murder and awfulness.
Yeah. You're giving them characters. It's like, this isn't Disney. It's like, let's be frank.
No, it's more like Russ Cole's. It's more like a Thresher.
Yeah. Yeah. Or it's like that scene in Gangs of New York where it's like they're in the fucking ears and the shit. It's brutal. It's brutal. Yeah. It's bad. Don't romanticize it.
Yeah, they kind of do, and they even romanticized it during the time because they tried to make it not seem as bad as it was.
Yeah.
Even with these little monikers like soiled doves, and it's like, come on, man.
I never heard that till you brought that up and we were talking about that, and I was like, soiled doves, like Jesus. All right, so last thing for the evening here.
Yeah.
This is more phenomena.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So, just below the hotel on Cleopatra Hill is an abandoned building that was once a clinic. It was here that many of those killed in the 1917 flu epidemic lost their lives. The building has long since had a reputation for being haunted over the years, and numerous tales are told to former patients being seen in the windows of the abandoned building. Further down the slope stands the old Episcopal Church, where a white messy figure has often been seen.
I thought it said messy white figure, and I was like, wait, what?
Yeah. Well, no, because I messed up Episcopal before, and you had to correct me. That's why I stopped, paused, and made sure we were good.
It's all good.
Yeah. Beneath the streets of Jerome, the mountain is still filled with several abandoned mine shafts and tunnels. These two are said to be haunted, especially by a miner dubbed as Headless Charlie.
I like it.
Yeah.
He likes stew.
Yeah, he's like, my head needs stew. I'll put my head in the stew. Decapitated in a mining accident years ago, Charlie's head was found, but his body was never discovered. That's the fucked up part.
That's weird.
Yeah. Almost immediately after his death, miners began to report hearing unexplained footsteps, seeing unexplainable footprints, and seeing a shadowy headless spirit. Many believe his spirit continues to stalk the dark tunnels beneath the city.
Just a quick bump. I got it.
With all the other apparitions wandering about this historic town, the cemetery, of course, includes its own paranormal activity. Visitors here have made numerous reports of dark figures moving about, the sound of ethereal footsteps, and the sound of distant voices. The old cemetery includes graves dating back to 1897 and 1942. Jerome is allegedly filled with so many spirits of the past that it is affectionately known as Ghost City, and has made many visitors and residents who are previously skeptics believe in the paranormal.
Oh, there it is.
There it is. All I can say is this one is the kitchen sink.
Oh, it's got everything.
Oh, everything.
Now this is oof. This has got it all, man. This is like this is like even more than like Deadwood level. You know what I'm saying? Like, or at that level at least.
It's flown under the radar for for so long that it's like, oh, we forgot about this one.
Yeah,
got to talk about this. This is crazy.
Oh yeah, 100%. No, Now this is a new favorite because I knew about that one hotel because I talked about the Ghost Adventures episode. Yeah. But damn, this town is this is it.
Yeah, and apparently the streets are paved with the mixed ashes of the citizens who died in the mining accidents. It's like a whole different thing.
Interesting. Interesting. What this also reminds me of, which is actually kind of something interesting, and if you may not have heard of it, and people listening may not have heard of it, there's a YouTube channel that's going on right now. It's called Ghost Town Living, right? And it's this dude who, I guess he got some money from some investors, but he's like a guy around our age. He bought an abandoned mining town. It's called Cerro Gordo. It's in California, I believe. and he's like reviving this ghost town. And actually, it's funny because one of the hotels that was there, it was called the American Hotel, appeared on Ghost Adventures in one of the later seasons.
Sure.
And after he bought the town, the hotel burned down. He just kind of inexplicably, but this guy, like, he's there by himself most of the time.
I think you sent me some videos of this guy.
I may have.
Yeah.
Very skinny guy. Red beard. It's because he works so much he can't maintain calories. It's nuts. Yeah. So he actually has a couple videos where some spooky shit occurs, and he finds.
You did send me.
He finds some stuff, and there's one night where he's like, "All right, it's Halloween night. Let's go out." And he goes into one of these mines that's like 100 feet below the surface, and he's like sitting in there, and like shit gets weird, and like then there's this other room where he hears these noises, and like it's creepy as fuck because there's all these abandoned buildings from like the mid 1800s that are like just there, and it's just like it's one of those weird things where like it's YouTube, it's 2022, he's showing like movies of it, but like, and you look at these structures and you're almost waiting for somebody to come out of the door. Like, you ever get that feeling like when you see stuff? And it's like you're just waiting for it. It's like, okay, a person's going to walk out of the door now, and it never happens, but you always have that feeling. It's weird because the guy's trying to like, we're going to revive this town. It's going to be this, and it's like you just look at it. It's like this fucking place is haunted as fuck,
and you're there, bro.
Yeah, and he kind of admits it a little bit, but he's very like happy-go-lucky about it.
Because
Like,
he has to.
Yeah. Look at all these stuff he found. Like, you could tell this dude probably lives most of his nights terrified. Yeah. And it's a very interesting YouTube channel because like, you know, he's like, it's cool all the stuff he's doing or whatever, but like you like there's like he has like a kind of like a veneer where it's like, he's doing this thing, but like that place is terrifying. Like, and you know, maybe that's just a little bit of me looking into it a little bit. Just
it's also, you know, it's just basically this guy is doing this, and he has to try to generate some kind of, you know, interest, and also he has to live there, so he has to do things to make himself more comfortable.
So it's crazy, and that just talking about this town reminded me of this because it's that mining era, same kind of, you know, ghost town kind of thing. You know, the mine dries up, you know, people just leave, and like you have all these like abandoned like mining equipment. There's like this old refinery. There's this like, it's just all this stuff just left. And there's something really creepy about shit just left. You know.
I mean, at this point, I don't even think we need closing statements. I think there was enough said here.
This is,
I guess we're going to put the button on this one, you think?
We button it up.
Yeah, button it up. Well, all right, guys, for this episode of Other Dangerous Podcast, I'm Ken James.
And I'm Jason McKittrick.
And as always, have a spooky evening. Spooky. Thank you for listening to Other Dangerous Podcasts. Have you encountered the other dangers? If so, you can email us at otherdangerouspodcast@gmail.com. And if you'd like to have a discussion about the paranormal, you can find us at Other Dangerous Podcast on Facebook and Instagram. There you can find submitted pictures, videos, and artwork from listeners. We are now streaming on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and anywhere else podcasts are streamed. And after listening, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so we can continue to bring you the other dangers.